Okay, so I've had a few questions on page 33, number 13. Geocaching team captain estimates that a cache is located 500 yards northwest from his position. However, the team must cross the river using the bridge as shown. So, the first thing I need to do is estimate the distance the team travels. And estimation is just basically, I think it's this. And your answer is going to be right regardless. You can justify your answer by basing it on something. Oh, I think it's this, or this looks like it's about this far. If you're actually going to measure the distance, though, first thing you want to do is you want to measure the distance, the straight line distance from the cache to the captain, because that's what it gives us. It says that the cache is located 500 yards northwest from the captain. So here we have the captain. This is roughly northwest, and it's about 500 yards. First thing I do is I measure with a ruler, because we have to use a ruler in order to estimate all these little distances or find the actual distances. So what we do is we set up a ratio. I measure the distance. I get about 2 and 6/16 inches. I measure in inches because it's in yards, and yards and inches are in the same units, the same category, so we can easily convert yards to inches and inches to yards. So what we do, sorry, they're both imperial, not metric. They're both imperial. So what I do is I take 2 and 6/16, and I'm going to convert 6 over 16 into a decimal, 0.375. So I get 2.375, that's my inches, for every 500 yards. Now, it might be a really good idea to get this in a unit ratio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 2.375. So I take 500 and divide it by 2.375, and I get 210.5, we'll say 210.5. So I get 1 inch is equal to 210.5 yards. So what that means is for every 1 inch that I measure, I'm going to multiply it by 210.5, because that's how many yards it's going to be equivalent to. So I'm going to measure this with a ruler. I'm going to measure that with a ruler, that, add all those inches up, multiply by 210.5, because for every inch it's 210.5, and then I will actually find the total distance and the distance actually walked, right? So we can compare those two. So that's how you kind of work through that question. Set up a ratio first. Always measure with a ruler. I know this chapter is kind of hard because you're measuring with a ruler. And then set up your ratio. Get it in a unit ratio so you can easily compare with 1 inch. You can easily measure and then just multiply by whatever values on the right-hand side of the ratio. And you know your answer is going to be in yards. So hopefully that helps you with that question there.